We're back on the record. Calling next the case of People of the State of Michigan versus Michael Allen. It's filed 22-6427FH for sentencing on a charge of accosting a minor, punishable by a maximum of 4 years. Counsel, you want to state your Presque?
Cheboygan prosecutor.
William Keel on behalf of Michael Allen, the defendant.
And we also have Agent Dudek from the Department of Corrections, and Mr. Allen, we are providing public access both in the courtroom and also online. Mr. Keogh, have you had a chance to review the report and recommendations with your client?
I have, Your Honor.
We're back on the record. Calling next the case of People of the State of Michigan versus Michael Allen. It's filed 22-6427FH for sentencing on a charge of accosting a minor, punishable by a maximum of 4 years. Counsel, you want to state your Presque?
Cheboygan prosecutor.
William Keel on behalf of Michael Allen, the defendant.
And we also have Agent Dudek from the Department of Corrections, and Mr. Allen, we are providing public access both in the courtroom and also online. Mr. Keogh, have you had a chance to review the report and recommendations with your client?
I have, Your Honor.
Do you have any factual additions or corrections?
I do not.
Advisory guidelines are scored at 0 to 6 months. Any scoring challenges?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Rich, any additions or corrections or scoring challenges?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Keogh, go ahead with any elocution.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Allen is 41 years old. This is his first criminal conviction of his life here. I would indicate that he has taken responsibility for this matter. I know that he did plead no contest in this case. The guidelines are 0 to 6. I know that there was kind of an unusual part of this case was that there was a text message that was sent out that provided the basis of this offense. There were some additional emails that were sent out or text messages that were sent out that were not sent by Mr. Allen. At this time, we still don't know where those came from. It was quite strange. But he clearly understands that that text message that was sent was inappropriate in this case. The guidelines are 0 to 3. We do believe that he is looking at a substantial penalty as a result of him being on the sex offender registration. Going forward, we would ask the court to consider a sentence in the middle of the guideline range based on his lack of criminal history. And there was one act in this case that certainly was not consummated in any way. Based on his lack of criminal history, we would ask the court to consider a jail sentence in the middle of the guideline range. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Allen. It's not required that you would make a statement. It is allowed. Is there anything you want to say or no? Mr. Rich, any recommendations from the people?
Yes. First, Your Honor, did you receive the victim impact statement?
I did.
Thank you. We are here to defend May 26th of 2022. Defendant had sent inappropriate text of a sexual nature to a child relative, which led to this conviction. The defendant is 41 years old. He does not have a prior criminal history. He's employed at Mulligan's with a high school education. He does appear to have substance abuse dependence with alcohol and marijuana that he has not sought out any help for, despite, as pointed out in the PSI, describing this incident as blacking out after a rough night. We do have a plea agreement to a county jail cap, the guidelines at 0 to 6 months, and an agreement with the top of the guideline range of 6 months with a 5-year probation period. Thank you.
Mr. Allen, if you please stand for the court sentence. Mr. Allen, you pled no contest to a charge of accosting minors for immoral purposes. And I don't believe for a second that anybody sent that second text other than you. I mean, that would be such a coincidental thing for at 5:29, you sending a text to the minor victim, come lay in bed with me. And 59 minutes later, another text to her, I'm a friend of your dad's. And well, sweetie, it's time you go take care of him. He wants you. You're so sexy and pretty. I think you should drop your clothes and go to the room. He's waiting. What a coincidence. The same day you say, come to bed, somebody else sends her that. That's baloney. You sent it. You pled no contest. You sent it. What a disgusting text message to send to your own daughter. So it's shocking to me that you are not the reason why your daughter wasn't sexually assaulted that day. She is. She was smart enough not to go. Those are unbelievable messages to me, sir. Alcohol does not explain those. I don't know what does, other than a predatory perversion of mind. I have no other explanation for that. So absent any other explanation, that's kind of how I have to proceed. And if you were sitting here in the same situation, you would think the same thing. The guidelines are 0 to 6. They're an advisory guidelines. They call for an intermediate sanction. They don't even really take into account the clear evidence of sexual grooming here. This was very nearly a CSC of your own daughter, plus the added devious nature of using another number to send a message to her. That shows some calculation, some manipulation that is calls for a sentence much greater than that from the guidelines. You're lucky you have a county cap. You're going to do every day of that county cap. Going to place you on probation for 5 years, subject to the terms and conditions listed in the pre-sentence report. They include compliance with the sex offender registry. They include DNA testing with a $60 fee, $68 in state costs, $130 in a crime victims assessment, court costs of $350 and a supervision fee. And also for those 5 years, you're not to have any contact whatsoever with this. 1940 Road. And you're going to serve 12 months in the Cheboygan County Jail with credit for 1 day previously served. That's the sentence of the court. You are not eligible for early discharge, this being a CSC case. If you want to appeal, you have to file an application to the Court of Appeals. And a copy of that paperwork. 1 copy is for you to initial, 1's for you to fill out if you wish to take an appeal. Theo, I have one more case with you, Ms. Chef Ross.
Yes, sir.
Zoom, I think.